up front. How does it work? All depends of how.
Oh, ¿quién está? Qué susto.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
We were like, everyone's there. Are we actually live? I
I'll,
never know. I never know. Are we
I'll tell you
live?
in a moment.
Are we not live?
Do this?
Do this, do this. Are we live? Guys,
Yeah, I
if you
think
can,
we are. I think every time is, are we live?
it's supposed to be that we know about this
No.
technology thing,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we must be live now. But anyways, if you're just connecting to us, hello and happy Santiago Day, San James.
Belated.
Yeah,
Belated.
yesterday. We Caminotellers
Ricky?
and Erica and yeah, we talk about Camino de Santiago, especially about the doubts that can occur on your upcoming Camino. Come on, there's a second batch of people coming right now that start in the Camino in late August, September, October. So today we can help anyone to prepare to
To resolve the doubts, all the last tweaks that they need to do to their backpacks, to their itinerary, maybe. I don't know. Let's see.
If you never seen us before, we Caminotellers, we walk caminos all over the world, not only in Spain, Portugal, and France, but also in Japan, in India, and we walk a lot.
We walk a lot.
We
Not
walk
these
a lot.
days, not these days. These last few days after Camino, only swimming in the sea, a lot.
Today we welcome you from our home. Okay, we have a little bit of break before other caminos, and now we can simply how would you say, reevaluate or reconnect again to post Camino experience. No. Anyways, what's your name? Where are you from? And
we have a busy chat today, eh?
And where are you connecting from us? Are you in the office? Are you at home? Where are you connecting with us? It's the good question of the day. Eh?
Many people watch video while in the toilet. Maybe you're in the toilet.
Are you on the Camino? Are you actually on the Camino? Put it down in the comments. Remember, this is interactive thing, so that means that we answer the questions. You also have a voice because your voice matters. Many experienced pilgrims, hikers, walkers, even doctors on our chat. So your voice matters. You never know how sometimes one comment can change someone's life, right?
Yeah.
And so use the chat wisely and then connect to the tribe because we bunch of beautiful Camino people and not only.
We have Simon, Curtis, Alan, Paul, Ross and Jean, Jerry, Stephanie, Original, Deborah, Paul, Lydia, Javier, Jerry, Marcia, Duarte, Filberto, Michelle, Hans, so many people.
Wow.
So many people.
As always, guys, remember to say hi always and where you're from and where you're connecting to with us, because this is what we thought today. We're gonna connect from our home, and we were thinking, where do the people connect from?
Mm-hmm.
Like where do they watch Caminotellers or talk about
We're from
Camino?
UK, from Peru.
From Peru,
From
no?
Peru.
From Peru.
Yeah. California.
And also the good news is that today live stream is actually sponsored by a Camino Frances app.
A new app.
Which you're going to talk to you later, which is the app that can actually help you to
plan the Camino.
To understand the logistics about the Camino de Santiago. And the best information about that, apart that you can use it offline, is it's free.
Yeah.
So if you're planning your French way, stay with us, and because we're going to talk about it later.
We'll give you a tour of the app and see if it works for you.
Happy days.
Shall we start with the first question?
Just
in the meantime, you write down your questions so we can answer them. But we can start with the first one.
Okay.
Does it sound cool?
You always sound cool, my darling.
Ilya Suskovic. Ilya Suskovic asks,
Okay.
what do you think about those shoes for Camino Portuguese? Columbia Vertisol Trail hiking shoes. I'm preparing for my first Camino next year. I think that I will walk only the last part of that route because of my time limitation. Is the last part of the route beautiful? Okay, so two in one. The shoes and the last part of the Camino Portuguese.
The last part of Camino Portuguese. By the way, we were just in Santiago. We were just receiving pilgrims on the arrival on this special day to Camino de Santiago, and many people were actually arriving from Camino Portugués, from French Way, from Camino del Norte. Okay, many people. And there was a beautiful souls we met over there. There's lovely connections that we did in this special particular day on the 25th, no? Big party, guys. Big party, yeah, big party. But anyway, this is the totally different conversation on a different live stream today.
Shoes. Columbia Vertisol trail hiking shoes. Does anyone have tried them?
What are your shoes? What are the shoes? The question of the shoes. We have a different shoes. We tried different shoes all over those caminos.
They are quite
few different brands. We prefer those ones. Actually, we prefer the trail running shoes.
Did you like those? Did you like yours?
I like the idea of the Hokas, because the Hokas itself is super comfortable shoes, and I like that really wide also, so they stable. But what I didn't like in my shoes, which is kind of the question that the person asks, is that what I didn't like. I didn't like that the debris, the debris of road of the gravel was jumping inside of my shoes. Okay, but what I liked about those shoes, and as you can see, we used them for some time, is they're actually really stable. And what about your babies?
I liked mine. I'm in love with Merrell. Because they are the shoes that, well, some models, not all of them, of course, that when I put on, it feels like walking on clouds. Ooh. It sounds like cliche, no, but I really feel it when I wear Merrell. And I didn't have any issue.
The Merrell do not. There is no sponsored
no,
thing.
Unfortunately, no. But I really like them. And I met a couple of women with the same shoes, and they actually stopped me and say, "Don't you love your shoes?" Because they were also in love with their shoes. So yeah,
I think that if something is good, you have to mention it. Like, when you go to
also when something is bad.
Also, when you go to the restaurant, like we've been to some restaurants and it's a good restaurant, you just have to simply say, like, the service is good, and you say, you do an amazing job. If the food is good, it's not only like you're always complaining about things, no? Because it's good to give a positive feedback. Okay, that's how we can evolve, no? That's why in life in general, not only about the Camino, but also it's good to praise things, because some things are really good. Erica likes the shoes.
I love Merrell. We actually now, because where we live, we have sales, so we bought Brooks this year, no, for next year. So
different brand, just
different brands, and to check if it's okay.
That's the answers actually the question. What it has to do with the question that we've been asked. It doesn't really depend of the brand of the shoe, or doesn't really depend of the different characteristics, like, or it actually depends of how your feet particularly reacts to those shoes.
Because, for example, for me, the first thing we enter in the shop and they test you how you place your feet on the ground, so to see where you put the weight on, no? Mm-hmm. And So that's the first test they do. So they see what kind of shoe you need. And also what I ask also is that it has a white toe box. That's a must for me.
So if you're asking, like, the question was about the Columbia shoes. Columbia, it's a good brand. I think it's American brand, and they do all types of hiking and walking gear. I think even they do things for boats. And anyway, it's a common
Yeah, it's
brand,
famous. Yeah.
really famous brand. And the shoes could be good. They're good for many, but are they good for you? You will have
You
to
have to try them.
try them on, because suddenly you realize, like I could realize, that some part of the feet are my for example, my bridge could be higher or lower. So maybe the shoe is good, but maybe I need the extra sole for that, right?
Also, try them not 1 hour, but many hours and consecutive days.
Mm-hmm.
So you see if there is a particular part of the foot that is making some friction on some part of the shoe, if you have to make some adjustment. So it's good to replicate what you would do on Camino back home if you can.
I don't know. What do you think about this answer? Put it down in the comment. Which shoes do you use? I know there are people who say they use Ultras. Anyone's using Hokas. Anyone is using Brooks. What is the good brand that you
The
can?
one that we got is Caldera, Brooks Caldera.
Brooks Calderas and Cascadias.
Vale. Yeah.
Brooks. We're gonna check
Brooks.
it out.
We'll see. We'll see if, because we saw few people with those shoes and they were happy. So let's see.
They were happy, right? So there is no good and bad answer about it. Remember that there's like no, whatever works for other person might not work for you, because of the specifics of actually of your own foot,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. So this is the first part of the question. The second part, I think I will walk only the last part of the route because of the time limitation. Is the last part of the route beautiful?
Ha. Ha. As a question, I'm gonna answer like this. Hold on. Is eating 1 kilo of ice cream and a scoop of ice cream different? Yes, but it's still an ice cream. You still want to have an ice cream, right? Especially in the summer.
And it leave you wanting for more if you eat only one scoop.
Many people actually do that. No, they try to fill the waters coming for the Camino, just for
To see if that's for you.
many,
if you can go for a longer one.
maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, and they say, "Oh, maybe I'll see if I like it." But because investing
1 month
of
without
your
knowing.
life without even knowing if you're gonna like it or not, it's a big commitment.
It's a big
So many people do that, and
I think it's wise also to try to start with the 1 week if you're not sure, and then you're gonna come back for sure.
you're gonna come back for sure. And it happens to be that the last 100 kilometers on the Portuguese way, they're really cool. Okay, there are two options, as you can start from two different places. You can start from Tui, okay, when everyone starts, so it's going to be a bit busy, or you can actually start from Vigo. Have it in mind, there is a bus from Santiago to Vigo, and then they actually, those 2 point start points, they join together in Pontevedra. That's the number one. Okay, so if you're not really into super extra crowded place on the Portuguese Camino, starting from Vigo could be really interesting starting point. And I think that Ross mentioned on the chat that later they're taking the spiritual variant.
Yeah, if you have 1 week, go from Vigo and then the spiritual route.
Yeah, I think Paul also did. There was Paul was also on the chat. Paul also did the spiritual variant, and I don't know anyone. I promise, I don't know anybody
Who doesn't enjoy it?
who doesn't enjoy the spiritual variant. What is spiritual variant?
I think the spiritual variant, it's a variant. It's full of greenery, the rivers, then you have also to take a boat, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, it's peaceful still.
Yeah, that's alternative route just from outside the Pontevedra on the Portuguese way. It's supposedly from where they brought the corpse of San James, and they brought them to somewhere around Santiago. So it goes along the river Ula. So it's a cool place, and one of the nicest place in all the caminos that we did, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not busy.
I would like to do it again.
Ah.
I would like to do. And but Ross says, but book the boat. Book the boat.
So this is the option. If you're starting, if you have only 1 week and you go the Portuguese way, consider this. Okay, not many people talk about that, but we will, and we will tell you this. Maybe the Vigo instead of the TUI could be a good option if you don't like the busy moments. And then even I was talking to someone now, I think yesterday or the after yesterday, and he said that the Portuguese way was really cool, but he felt the connection, the union of the community with the people who've chosen to walk the spiritual variant. Okay, because it kind of it's less busy, less crowded. People do not take alternative routes. This is the question to everyone, guys. Question to everyone: why don't people do not take alternative routes?
Is it time limitation? Sometimes it's the same time, no?
Yeah.
Fear of getting lost, getting out of the comfort zone, getting out of what everyone is doing. And also, if you have a Camino family, sometimes you don't want to leave your Camino family to take a detour.
That's
what
true.
else? What are the other reasons there could be?
Yeah, the FOMO, the fear of missing out on the general experience and taking the less known route.
Also,
But in this case, we strongly recommend taking this variant. Anyway, I hope that helps.
yeah. Also, Paul and Ross are reiterating that it's beautiful. So we are not the only ones. Yeah.
Valerie was mentioning about the Colombia, right?
Valerie was saying Colombia is out of Portland, Oregon. Originally a clothing company, not sure who is making their shoes. Brooks are good for some. The toe box isn't white. I want to try Topo brand.
Also, good idea. We've seen many peoples with topos, and they kind of topo. Actually, topo means a rat in Spanish or in Italian.
In Italian.
In Italian, right?
It's mouse.
Mouse. I don't know why. Topo. Anyway.
But what brand? Where is it from?
American. We saw it in Japan the first time.
And they call it Topo.
And they call it. They have actually really white topo, really nice. But anyways, so this would be good. Alternative routes, Portuguese way. Go for it. Let us know. Please let us know how was the experience, because that can help other pilgrims as well, right?
Yeah. Okay. So going back, what's the best app, and is it better the app or the guidebook?
Oh, this is actually the most frequent question of how I do get.
This is one question that we get, I think, once a week almost, or once every other week.
Yeah, like, guys, can you come with me on the Camino?
How do I get around?
Can you tell me how do I get around? This is number one question. The number two question: which guidebook is the best? Okay, and there are a few of them, and there's the new one actually that came out this year from a distributor called Moon Camino Santiago of Bibi Bahrani. Okay, which is the Moon Camino de Santiago guide, which is really cool. And we had it in our hands the other day, but it's thick.
It's heavy.
Like, so the question is, you spending money on this ultralight stuff?
Yeah.
You just spend imagine our case. No, you're spending money. You're counting every gram,
every ounce of everything, because every gram counts.
Yeah.
And then 3 kilos of guidebook.
And then you take a guidebook, beautiful, super written, the maps, you have everything in.
Super visually stunning.
They people who do the books, the guidebooks, they know what they do, right? But it's heavy. So
we are fan of the apps.
So we are fan of the apps, and this is the thing that sometimes we need. So where we need an extra information, which comes in the guidebooks, we would go into research before, right? Or even if something new comes up, there's always the guru Google
Guru Google, who knows everything.
who knows everything. You ask him any questions and probably will be able to tell you, no?
Hmm.
Um,
But going back to the app, shall we give them a tour of this app, of this new app?
so it actually brings us to the idea of today's app that we want to present you. There is a cool guy called Jerry. He contacted us, I think, a month before, and he said, "Guys, I developed this app, okay, and I want you to check and
Yeah, to try it out,
give me a
give us
feedback about
feedback.
the app. Okay, it's about the French way, French Camino. We were on the French route, and we checked it out, and we would like to share with you what we kind of discovered about the app, what we like about this app.
Yeah, and if you're planning your Camino, maybe it works for you. It's the way you would like to plan your Camino, because it's only in one. So it's really, you don't have to go with a big spreadsheet.
Which we sometimes do, or some other people do.
Yeah, we don't do spreadsheets.
So this is the idea. This is actually, guys, this is called the French
Camino Francés. I'm gonna share the link.
Okay.
So you can check it out later. You can download it for free on your iPhone or on your Android. And as soon as you open it, you'll find this page. And wait, let me look at here. And for example, you can choose where you want to start. So let's say you want to start from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and you click on Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and it takes you straight away to the first city where you are starting, and it gives you the description of the town with the landmarks, so you can know also about the town. And you can browse all the accommodations that are available in town. And for example, we go and choose Begliari because that's the one we always go for.
Oh, we love this albergue.
We love that.
We love the albergue.
And you can find the direction, the phone, the website, the ratings of other pilgrims. And you can book directly from the app because you can see their direct booking WhatsApp, and it takes you directly to the chat with the accommodation. And
that's handy.
Yeah. That's really handy, yeah, because you don't have to go out of the app, and you can book it. You can mark it as booked through WhatsApp, and already the colors of the pin turns into red, so you know that you booked that stage. And if you keep going, the yellow line is the alternative route, and the black line is the normal route by the book. So let's say the next stage will be Roncesvalles. So we know where it is, and we go directly to the Roncesvalles pin. And again, you click there, you'll find information about the town. You'll find all the information about the stage elevation.
The first day is terrible, eh?
Yeah, and you'll see there. You'll see there what's the elevation. And again, you'll find all the accommodation option. Let's go for the first one, Hotel Roncesvalles. And again, you can book it here through booking.com. It takes you directly to the place to book it, and you can mark it as booked on booking.com. And like this, all the stages, it's really handy because you can book all the stages until Santiago de Compostela. And if you go on the plan tab, you'll see all the stages that you are booking. So first stage is Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and then if you go down, you'll see Roncesvalles, and all the intermediary stops between Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port and Roncesvalles. So I think it's really well done.
We checked a few apps along those.
It also tells you what are the stage suggestions for after Roncesvalles. So it can also give you some suggestion. And if you click on the luggage icon at the right top, let's see if it goes there now. Yeah, it gives you like a backpacking list. so you can tick them off. Backpack, okay, I have it. Socks, okay, I have them. Shoes, okay, I have it. Flip flop, I forgot about the flip flop. Let me take them. And you find all the backpack list. So I really like it because it's only one.
Uh-huh.
And like this, you can plan all the stage. At the moment, there is only Camino Frances,
Uh-huh.
but soon there will also be Camino del Norte, Camino Portuguese, and some other more.
Yeah. I think, like we had this conversation before, no? Some people say I book, some people say I don't book. And that doesn't matter. This is not it's not the question of booking and the booking. It's the idea of being informed of where I can stay,
The options,
the options possible, right? Many of the times where we didn't book. We didn't book on an entire Camino. We didn't book. We did 50 days of walking. We didn't book any stage. But it's good to know if wherever we go, it's good to know if there is a place to stay and how many beds is there, or maybe at least have a phone number, call them and say, oh, is there a place? Do you know? So
Also, Ross says, I just downloaded and looks good, but the proof will be on the actual Camino. Actually, one thing we didn't mention is that when you are on the trail, it doesn't happen now because we are not on the trail, but when you are on the trail, it tells you live how many kilometers are left to your next stage or to your next accommodation that you marked as booked. So that's also cool.
And it's super updated because on a few of the apps that we've been using before, we're not going to mention the names because we don't want to give a bad publicity to things.
They are all different.
They are all different, but not all of the albergues are written. And so far from what we did, even the municipal, even the donation-based albergues are written on that one.
Because, for example, the San Nicolas de Puente Fitero, that is a donation basis, many people pass through it,
they don't know.
And they don't know. Maybe they stop to have a coffee because they also give free coffee to the pilgrims, but they don't stop for the night because their app doesn't show this accommodation. So I like this because it has all the accommodation in one. So check it out and maybe it works for you.
And you know the best part of it? It's free.
Yeah, it's free. It's free.
It's free. Anyways. You come for Camino. You come for this. I thought it's gonna be cool just to hypnotize people to come for Camino. You come for
and the sound of three.
Camino. So, anyways, if you're still doubting to come for Camino, no, come. And if you have questions about what to do, how to do, simply ask us. We're here to help others preparing for their Camino. That's what we do. And we feel happy about it, because it's karma. Karma is like this, you do good to people and then suddenly everything just comes back to you without even wanting it, right? So say hi, say where you're from, as always, say where you're connecting from, because we have people today from all over the world, from States to Scotland to Australia to Holland,
New Zealand, everywhere,
Italy. So say hi, say where you're from, and if you have any questions, as always, ask. Many cool people on the chat themselves, and they know a lot. Some even been doing the Camino for many times. So we're here to help. That's all.
Shall we go to the next question?
Okay, let's do it. I remember, come for Camino.
So, Javier, I've seen in the news that local people in many places are protesting about too many tourists. Have you seen this on the Camino?
No, it doesn't happen on the Camino. We've been using the Camino for the last 50 days, right? And it didn't. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. I think that in the smaller places, because we did a few different Caminos during our walk, in the small places, people are still really keen. The local people are keen to come to know your story. to to talk to you or to tell you that you got lost. And you know,
Mhm.
the situation that we've mentioned in the media happens in bigger cities of Barcelona. It happens in the Canary Islands, and it happens in those really big agglomeration of people coming for tourism, right? And but Caminos are not really tourists, you know.
Maybe you are biased.
What do you mean?
It's a controversial topic, eh?
I
It's a really controversial. Yeah.
Nah, you know, the thing is, I have to tell with you guys the story, okay? The story of our relationship. Okay, bear with us for the moment. It's not about the Camino, it's about our relationship, okay? So we love each other so much, we're together for many years. But we have this thing that we like to argue. Hands up if you're in the couple.
It's not arguing, it's about uh, proving one point, proving one point, or not telling that you're always right.
Yeah, it's positive. No, I don't know if you have it in your relationship. I'm asking people
Because
because
arguing is bad, it's a bad word.
no, it's not about arguing. It's about discussing
Discussing.
every detail, every comment. When I say tourists, they're like pilgrims are not tourists, she's like, are you sure? And I was like, coffee is black.
I'm really down to details.
Okay, okay, okay. And that's our relationship, you
Mm.
know. So it's we've been walking, and we didn't see how this particular matter it involves. We didn't notice it on the Camino.
Yeah, it's not like I didn't notice any. I never noticed a local that said, "Oof, I fed up for," or someone who behaved with a bad attitude because they are tired of the thousand pilgrims. That never happened.
Don't have it. That's really seldom, guys. That's really seldom, and they pretty much open. Locals, especially, are really open to um to pilgrims. I know there is the case actually in the Santiago itself. Okay, because many people come on the square and they shout. They go through the cities and they shout and they scream because of the excitement of I'm here. I finally arrived, and those there is a case, no, that people
Mind.
might be a bit of like come on, we live here, don't shout around, right? So
Ross says, no, it's a good point. I was very surprised how friendly the locals were, and I could only imagine what I would be like if 1,000 of walkers passed by my house every day.
mm, this is actually it goes the other, you know, like we, you know, why we don't go the any other Camino reverse, because every time you will have to say
Buen
buen
camino.
camino, every minute you have to say buen camino 1,000 times, buen camino, and first 10 times it's okay, yeah, but the 1,000 time,
Yeah, going backwards in reverse is a bit.
and then people say you didn't say buen camino, so it means that you're not polite. Anyways, so
Christine says, we have seen graffiti saying stop over tourism.
yeah, yeah, there is a case. I think it's an international thing. You remember the footage from Mount Everest? Like people were actually queuing,
Ah,
you know,
yeah.
one after another. The same the Kilimanjaro,
Oh, the Fuji,
the
Mount
Fuji
Fuji,
mountain.
because now they are closing at certain time because otherwise there's too many people.
What happened to the world?
People want to be outdoor.
Anyways, just in case, guys, just in case, we're talking about Camino de Santiago, not only about the international matters, right?
Hmm. I don't think Mark is saying, is there a problem when tourists are just I don't know how to pronounce this,
Obnoxious.
obnoxious and rude? That can often be a problem with US tourists. I'm sorry to say. I don't think it's about US tourists.
No, but I will bring a different face to it, because it's a big thing right now in the world. No, the tourists, and I think that being a pilgrim it puts you in the different state of mind. Okay, being a pilgrim, waking, even if you're not doing it for super spiritual or religious reasons, or
Maybe you start as a tourist
uh
because you don't know what's more
but
know
then
about it.
yeah, but then you kind of then you get infected by the Camino spirit, and even if you started for the tourist reasons, you finish with a different attitudes. That's what I've noticed on the Camino de Santiago.
Hmm. Hmm.
Anyways, put your comments down below. Let us know what you think about that. If it's a big problem where you live, if it's a big problem for you of feeling the tourist, or is a difference between tourism and pilgrimage? Because for me, there isn't. Um, and yeah, and if you just connecting to us, as always, say hi, say where you're from, and come
Someone,
for Santiago.
wait, who was it? Kelly says, I'm getting sleepy with this.
That's the new thing. I decided I'm gonna hypnotize people to come for Camino because this is the best thing ever. Anyways,
Next question.
next question.
Janice, was there anything in your backpack that you would switch out? I don't think at this round. Wait, you go.
You think about it. I go.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Actually, because of we've chosen to walk on we did the detour from the French way to the mountainside, okay, in the Camino San Salvador and the primitive way. There were some colder days, so I got myself an extra fleece. Okay, so on the top of everything, I got myself a new fleece, beautiful fleece, green fleece. But then I've lost the drone, so
You lost the drone, you lost the power bank, you lost. I don't remember.
I didn't need it. I didn't need it. So the kind of the weight of my bag, even because of the lose and gain and the loss, So, but yeah, no, kind of it was a good idea this year. I think we nailed it.
I think so.
Nailed it.
I think so. I've used everything because I only had a couple of things. So yeah, I wouldn't take out anything. I also got an extra fleece from the main videos that we had. The only thing that we got extra was a fleece because it was freezing when we started.
It was freezing when we started. So if you're actually preparing for the September, actually it's a good question. Who's coming from the chat? Who's coming for the Camino in September? Hands up, or just simply raise your fingers, or give us a heart. Who's going in September? Guys, remember about what?
I'll tell you when you finish this.
Okay. Remember about foldable feather jackets. Nice one, small one,
Compact.
just like this, compact, because it could be a lifesaver. A few layers on you, maybe three layers, including the jacket. And normally you wouldn't walk with the jackets, because if you have a fleece on you and the base layer, that means like a t-shirt, maybe long sleeve t-shirt, merino wool. With the fleece would be already enough, especially if you walk fast, right?
Mhm.
But then when you get to albergue and you want to go around, it's going to get cold.
Early morning or evening when the sun goes down, it is cold.
It is cold. So remember, if you're on the September batch, September, October, so proper must have it in mind. A portable feather jacket, it changes everything. Okay, we use few of them, and they really are a deal breaker, a lifesaver.
Deal breaker.
A lifesaver. Heartbreaker, warm hack, la 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 la.
I was laughing because Nancy says, "You guys are always cold, right?" We met Nancy in Santiago, and we were like, "Put the jacket, take the jacket off. Put the jacket on." Like, we are always cold. Yes, we are.
It was actually a really special thing because with some of the people on the chat we met.
We met in person.
Personally, I know, for example, Marsha.
We know Ross. Marsha
was on our retreats in May, Ross actually, we hiked with Ross here at home,
in Tenerife. Yeah.
with home, and Christine was on the retreat. Nancy we met, and it's good to see you guys again. It's good to see like we becoming a family and we connecting, and yeah, really cool. Mwah. Kisses to everyone who we met,
Also, who we didn't meet yet.
and kisses to everyone who we gonna meet. Right?
Yeah. Mark is asking, do you have a new drone yet? No.
I will. Eventually, I will. I have to do. Yeah, I will.
Did the insurance answer to you?
No, it didn't. It didn't. But anyways, we're still waiting for the insurance to tell us what's going on, because everything is insured. But I don't know. I don't know about that. Long story short, for the next season, we're gonna have a drone. Don't worry.
Yeah. Lori, are you doing retreats next April, May?
Yay!
Yeah, we're gonna have in May, like this year, May and September. So we are gonna launch them in September, I guess. As soon as we finish these retreats in September, we are gonna launch the new ones.
Yeah, just a quick time schedule for everyone. We're going to be on holidays, a little bit of holidays. We continue with our live Q&As for everyone who's preparing, because I think it's necessary to be able to ask questions to someone. And then in September, we have 3 retreats in Saint Jean-Pierre-de-Port. Okay, so if you're still not sure, if you're not sure about your Camino, how to start, about the community, and you might be a bit stressed, come join us on the retreats. We have still 3 of them, and the last spots on those 3 of them. And the next year, again, if we're still alive, because you never know, May and September. So if 2025 is your year of Camino de Santiago, join us. Just in the description below, there is a waiting list.
I'm gonna put in the chat. I put a wait list for 2025, and for September now you can go on our website, Caminotellers.com.
Yeah. So again, come for Camino.
Come for the retreat first.
Come as well. Yes, as well.
Lydia says the retreat will put me at ease before my walk. It will.
That's what the feedback that we got from many people that did the retreat with us, that it really set up the spirits for the Camino. It really allows you to arrive, to get grounded before, and especially change your time zone. You have a jet lag, and then suddenly you start rushing into Camino de Santiago in the first day of the mountains. No. Don't.
And there are people that come so accelerated, like tomorrow I get to Santiago, and they're still in Saint Jean-Pierre-de-Port. So it's like, calm down.
Yeah.
It's like, really, like you were saying, arrive into yourself and focus on the journey day by day. Not on Santiago, but on the journey.
Santiago will come eventually.
Yeah, but first, many other things before you get to Santiago. So
happy days.
I'm looking forward to it again.
I'm looking forward as well.
Yeah, we had a great time.
By the way, guys, if you're just connecting to us, the last minutes of our weekly lives today from our home. Next week, we don't know.
We don't know,
but we're going to be there.
We will be in Poland next week, and we still don't know which day we're going to do the live stream, but we will.
If you have any more questions during the week about your whichever equipment, your preparation, the first day on the Camino, how to find the direction, write to us. We on Facebook, we on Instagram, and also you can write us a mail. Okay.
Oh, the WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp.
We also have a WhatsApp group, okay, for all the Camino, especially the favorite Erica group about food.
We just updated the food map because we are creating a big food map about Camino food, the best bar and restaurants.
Look at that. Look at the excitement. Look at the excitement. Look at that. Italians, all
No,
about
it's
food.
not about Italian.
There was this movie with Julia Roberts called
Eat, pray, love.
Eat, Pray, Love.
But that's just stereotypical.
No. Who knows the movie Eat, Pray, Love? Okay, everyone's seen the movie Eat, Pray with Julia Roberts. And before Julia Roberts has this the crisis, the mid-age crisis, because I think it's about this mid-age crisis, the first step she does, she goes to Italy. And what she does in Italy, discovers the religion of food.
I think she put on so much weight in Italy, like 5 kilos, something like this. I lost a lot of kilos since I left Italy. I think 10 kilos since I left Italy.
So we're thinking about how to put your own voice into what we do. So we made this Camino group about foodies, and also there's one for the solo travelers and the people that actually on the Camino. Write us the message if you want to on the number over there. Join the group, okay? Join the group.
Yeah,
and
you text us and we will put you in the group.
we'll
Or
put
we
you
will
in the
send
group.
you the link so you can decide.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is it. And beautiful pictures of the food, right?
Yeah, so everyone co-create this food map. So send your recommendation for food and we're going to update the map. Next question. Okay, let me see. Linda is asking, we are wondering how to keep enough healthy calories in our Camino to be sure too much weight it's not lost.
The other day we've interviewed Amy. Amy, I don't know, guys, if you've seen this. I think we published it on Instagram, right? We published, or even we published in the last video, actually, on Sunday video, that Amy, one of the beautiful pilgrims from Massachusetts, she did not adjust
but also,
to the physical effort.
Also David, no? David is a retreat participant we had in May. He also failed to eat enough food.
Because suddenly you burn lots of calories, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, so you don't adjust accordingly
the
to the
calories intakes. Yeah.
So what to eat, how often to eat.
What Amy was saying is that she had to force herself to eat often, like nuts or cheese or snacks all day long.
Yeah.
Even if she didn't want to eat because she was walking a lot, she didn't feel like eating. But she lost, how many kilos did she lose?
I don't know.
8 kilos, I think. Oh no, that was David who lost 8 kilos. But like at least at the beginning, when you are getting used to it, snack all day long.
But you can get it to the different problem, because there's also all in life is yin and yang, no? So you can get to a different state, like
of eating a lot.
I gained 4 kilos.
And he thought he was muscle here. I got muscle. That's not muscle.
I want to say to Erica one day, like, I think I got the muscles here, like I was like, I have a big muscles.
No,
like,
welcome, guy.
No, this is the
fat, the love handles, no? Aren't they called love handles?
They call love handles, yes, they call the love handles. So I think in Camino you have lots of bread, lots of potatoes, lots of tortillas. So it's good actually to instead of eating everything that you can, put extra effort in organizing and preparing your diet.
What we do is carrying with us always nuts. We always have nuts with us.
I'll bring something.
What are you bringing? So we always have nuts, but as soon as you find the supermarket, get maybe cheese, gazpacho. What else do we get? Bread with tuna cans.
We have a tupper with us. I don't know.
Here, Ricardo.
There's a tupper here. Yes, the tupper. I was looking.
Just ask me.
So we take with us a Tupperware, okay, and then we can actually prepare super easy, super light. We can take with us stuff.
Yeah, even my hair.
And so this is also, and then you can sometimes you can cook something that you particularly like.
Yeah, like you can do a rice salad, whatever you like. Um, Laurie says, I stopped every 5 kilometers for coffee and a bite to eat, even if I wasn't hungry. We do the same. Every time we stop, we take a pinch of tortilla.
And the coffee.
Well, a coffee, yeah, but we are talking about food.
And the coffee.
Orange juice, if you can, because orange juice is also important.
Mhm.
Nancy, I lost 12 kilos and I did eat a lot.
Wow. But Nancy, hold on, guys. We put you into the context. Nancy walked from Belgium.
Big respect.
Again, I repeat it again. I will repeat again.
Yeah, but put them into context. Belgium.
Yeah, okay, for everyone who doesn't know, this is Europe. There might be some people that don't know where's Belgium. Belgium is a beautiful little country just next to France on the northern side of France, and it takes you to cross entire France and then entire Spain to get to Santiago. I think she walked 93 days, no? A lot.
It could be.
So first of all, hats down for you, Nancy. That was wow, super.
Yeah. And she was in this calm mood when we met her in Santiago. So you could see that she walked a lot.
Yeah. So anyway, we actually met with Nancy. Nancy's power, superpower. But if you walked less than Nancy, if you only did last 100 kilometers, don't worry, because it's not about the distance. It's about
And the first 100 kilometers are the hardest. So hats down to you as well.
hats down to you. Yeah,
The starting is the most difficult.
the first 7-10 days are the most difficult on any Camino, and then it's just you get used to it.
Yeah, you get used. It's like the new routine. You
Yeah.
start, you wake up, you walk, you go back, shower, sleep.
We're talking to people now. We were talking to people on the square, on the Obradoiro Square, which is just like a cathedral on the side. It's called the Obradoiro Square, and people get sometimes overthink the Camino journey. I have this feeling, and that's what we've heard, that sometimes they overthink. They make it super complicated, but there's only one necessary thing to do: walk step after step after step. So if you're still doubting of coming to Camino because you say it's difficult, if you check maybe less days, instead of 35 days, you can come and to 200 kilometers, 100 kilometer. If you don't have enough time, or if you don't have enough courage, if courage, no,
No,
just not about
courage, but
courage.
you're not used to this kind of experience.
So
it's a way out of the
choose,
comfort
yeah,
zone for many.
your Camino can start absolutely anywhere. So don't discard doing the Camino because you cannot walk a month or more. Okay. And if you don't know, if you still have doubts about preparing, call us and write us the questions, and we'll be more than happy to help you. And remember, come for Camino
And the retreat.
and the retreat. Anyway, last 5 minutes of our
Last
life.
question.
Last question, and we have to go, guys, because we have to go.
Yeah. So, bread for life. Do you agree that walking El Camino does something with your spirit? And if your spirit is uplifted while being more aware, since you are disconnected to the world, media, discussion, news, and politics, you are more attentive to your soul.
I think that we can use different names for spirit, because depending of the traditions and cultures that we come from, spirit, soul, so that's really not to get everyone involved in the conversation. I think that you connect to yourself, right? You call it spirit, you call it soul. No, I think that by walking so many kilometers and tiring the body, the mind automatically relaxes.
you remove a lot of the unnecessary noise
True.
that crowd your mind
True.
every day.
True.
You manage to see more clearly the games that your mind do, no?
And it does.
It does.
It does.
Or how it jumps from one thing to the other when there is only one simple thing to do, no? On Camino.
Walk.
To walk. And in that monotonous act of walking, you realize the patterns of the mind. And also, like you were saying, calming down the mind because the body is tired. You manage to get closer to, if it's your spirit, if it's God, if it.
Yeah, you name it. You name it. There is a magic happening because of the act of walking, long distance walking, especially pilgrimage walking, which is like an intention walk, right? And we love to talk about socks, not, but we love to talk about practical things because
The practical is just the way to get you to the pilgrimage.
but we cherish and we really highlight the importance of making any walk and in a journey, because that's why this is so special. That's why people come back from all over the world to walk the Camino, because this is something more than just the afternoon stroll after the food. Okay. And we're not tired to talk about it.
This is also one of the things we explore more in the retreat or in the journal itself, no? It's how to get deep into the Camino and get closer to your spirit, to you.
Those things might be more visible for people who actually finished already the Camino Santiago. It's be difficult to explain what actually happens. No, but be prepared for the huge impact in whichever way. Connection to yourself, understanding yourself better, receiving whatever. Let's all leave it open. Let's leave it open, because on the end of the day,
for every tradition is different, no?
because every tradition is different. Every language and every culture has a different name: spirit, soul, God, you name it. But there is something during the walk that you do. There is a bigger understanding of your nature and the world around. That makes it so special.
And that's why people come back, because it's hard to find something like this in the daily life, like you say, with the news, with the politics, with the work, the busy life. Yeah.
So maybe with this positive and deep
reflective
subject, we can close down. We can close our live for today, guys. This is the weekly life. Okay, so remember, any questions you have, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube here, and also you can write us on Caminotellers@gmail.com if you're preparing for the Camino, if you want to get a stress-free and unforgettable experience, and if there is something on your mind, just talk to us. We're here, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you for everyone for connecting. Just the last who was Sarita was there also, no?
Yeah, Sarita, Gustavo. Yeah, a lot of people today in the chat.
Thank you so much for joining. Big family over there always. Guys, have a great weekend.
Yes. Ciao, chicos.
Bon camino.
Ciao.
Bon camino. Bon camino.